When I think back to my time on the Greece FSP, the thing that keeps coming up in my mind is just how important it was to actually be on site when studying these things. Take the Parthenon, for example. I'd studied it in class for hours on end. I'd seen dozens of pictures of it, read about it in an untold number of articles, and I thought I knew basically all there was to know about it. And the first time I step on top of the Acropolis, I look up at the Parthenon, and it just blows my mind how different it was to see it in person and how much more you understand about it just from being there and looking at the building itself.
Hi, my name is Paul Christensen, and I'm a faculty member in the Department of Classics here at Dartmouth. And more importantly, I'll be the faculty member directing the Greece FSP in the spring of 2019. So what we're going to do is just provide you some basic information, that give you a sense of the way the program functions. This video will be about the nuts and bolts of the program, and then there'll be other videos linked in directly underneath this one, which give you a sense of the goals of the program. And then there'll be some students talking about reasons that you might want to go and reasons you might not want to go. And then some videos of them reflecting on their experiences, all from students who went on the last trip in the spring of 2017. So the basic ethos of the Greece FSP is to go see the stuff, to look at Greek material culture and history on the ground where it happened and where the material is. What that means in practice is we travel a lot. We spend the first week of the semester in the British Museum in London. And the reason we do that is some of the most important pieces of Greek material culture are in the British Museum, including, for example, the Parthenon sculptures. But while we're there, we also get to look at the material culture of peoples that lived in and around the Greeks and that had mutual influences with them: Egyptians, the Syrians, Romans, and that can be really helpful too. And there are amazing collections for all of those things. At the British Museum, we have great relationships with the curators there because we've been working with them for a long period of time, and they come out and show us the objects about which they know more than anyone in the world and take us down in the storerooms to see material which is not on display. That can be a great experience. And when we're done in London, we get on a plane, we fly to Athens, and we spend a few days getting you used to being in Greece and orienting you to Athens and seeing what's there, and then we start traveling. And we spend a lot of time traveling. Our goal is to see every major archaeological site in Greece and every major museum. So we'll see about 100 different sites and museums, and we travel all over the country from Crete all the way down south to the border all the way up on the northern edge and everything in between. And we also take 1 week out of the trip to go see Greek sites in a country other than Greece. So in the past, we've gone to Istanbul to see the Greek material there. The trip in 2017 went to Cyprus. The trip in 2019, we haven't finalized schedule yet, but it's quite possible that we'll go to Sicily because there are some amazing Greek sites in Sicily. There's lots of other stuff to say, but before we talk about what we do, let's talk about what we don't do. I've run this trip for a long time, and one of the things I hear from a lot of students is a concern that they don't know ancient Greek or Latin and that they can't go on the trip, and that's just completely wrong. Because our focus is on material culture and history, it's great if you know ancient Greek or Latin, but it doesn't really make any difference. There's no requirement that you know anything, and it won't affect your performance in any way on the trip. So we're excited to have anyone on the trip who is excited about the material and how we're going to study it. Your training in the ancient language is not an issue.